Rightio, you legends. Thanks for clicking on the video again. So we're back today because it has been requested by a few people that we actually do a rig rundown. So today will be the day that we go through, tell you a little bit about the vehicle, or a lot about the vehicle. The car's still dirty. We just got back from doing about 20,000 Ks, so we haven't cleaned it. We don't clean it often, to be honest, because it just gets dirty the next day. But yeah, we'll go through and see what we got. Okay, so we have owned this vehicle now for almost just under 3 years basically. We bought it stock standard. This is a 2019 model. It's a HSV converted Chevrolet Silverado 2500. When we got it, didn't have anything. It was low to the ground, no bull bar, nothing at all. The only thing that was done actually was the owner had put LED headlights in it that you can't really see unless they're turned on. He also had black rims and tyres. So at the time of purchase, when we were looking, we were right in a crossover of when the new model was coming out and when this model was being phased out. There was no brand new ones, and we really liked the look of this model, the HSV converted shape with the headlights and everything like that. But we paid $130,000. That was 3 years ago. The vehicle was 2 years old. It had 32,000 kilometers on it at the time. Yep, so at the very end of the video, we'll go through when we list all the modifications that we've done to the vehicle, we'll give you a complete total price of how much we've spent on it to get it to this point, basically. You don't need to spend this much money on it, but this is our house on wheels. Rightio, first thing you see on the front of this ute is a massive bull bar. So this is a tough bull bar, but we've got it customized a little bit. So if you were getting a bull bar like this, we've gone the 4-post bull bar. Safety bars in here for our spotlights. We've added a third spotlight mount, and we also got the sheeted side. Some of these bull bars that would actually wrap around and end here, and I like that, looks a bit neater to me. We've gone the dual side rails with the big side steps. Now the benefit of these side steps is that they're actually chassis mounted. So they've got big brackets that go to the chassis. Anyone that has a Chevrolet, or most of the new cars nowadays, they just mount them off the actual cab. So yeah, it's a bit more structural integrity. That's a big word.
That's a lot of big words.
Now, the other thing we've gone with is a 15,000 pound carbon winch. Ours doesn't have a hook, ours has the block. I can't remember why we got the block, but we got the block. So that's pretty good though, because you can just put a soft shackle straight through there if you need to just pull someone out slowly, which we had to do with our mate's motorbike. Okay, good. Driving lights. Look, we had driving lights stolen once before. Expensive ones. Yeah, so now we went to BCF and you can buy a pair for 169 bucks. So we've even got a spare one because we only got 3 on the front of the ute.
So you don't have to buy the biggest, the brandest, the most expensive lights. These bad boys have done us years and years, and we've never had a drama with them.
Yeah. The other thing we can talk about is wheels and suspension, basically. So we're running the Yokohama. It's a 37 by 12.5 inch wide. On a 20-inch rim, and the rim is a KMC. Can't remember the exact name of it, what this rim is, but these tyres have been on the ute pretty much since we got it off old mate. We've done a suspension lift, fitted these, and haven't had a single drama with the tyres or the rims actually.
They've gone to Cape York twice.
Yeah,
gone to Fraser.
They've done a lot of kilometres. There's about 65,000 Ks on these tyres, probably more actually. Never had a flat tyre, touch wood. And yeah, but we're almost due for some new ones soon, so we're just going to go the exact same tyre but a mud tyre And that will lead us to talk to suspension. So this is a BDS 6.5 inch lift coilover. This ute was factory with torsion bars. We've taken the torsion bars out of it. We actually had a 7-inch torsion bar lift beforehand. It was quite a pretty good lift kit. The only thing we found when we're traveling full time was a bit rougher, I suppose, than this one. And if you hit a few bumps with the torsion bars, it sort of just keeps trying to bounce along the road, whereas we don't have that problem now with the BDS coilovers. Rightio. So with the coilovers, a lot of the suspension you can get nowadays, you've got adjustable shocks. So this is all Fox shocks. We've never actually played around with the adjustment or anything on it. That's how we got it standard, and we just left it like that basically. But you can play around with it. I think a lot of people don't actually know what they're doing when they are playing around with it. So I don't know what I'm doing. There's so many different adjustments. Yeah, that's right. We'll give you a look at the back anyway. Rightio. Now with the back, obviously it's a whole kit that we got. So it's got the Fox shocks on the rear. Now with the leaf springs, we pulled the leaf springs out and fitted a couple extra leaves to the spring just to handle a bit more weight. We do not have airbags, or chassis benders I like to call them, on this vehicle. So the leaf springs do just fine. And well, yeah, sneezer. Take your hay fever somewhere else. But yeah, so the rear is a pretty simple setup. It's just a couple big lift blocks and a few more leaves fitted to the spring packs. Rightio. So when we got this car, it did not have big towing mirrors. So for some reason, Holden and all that thought it was a good idea to fit car mirrors. So ours actually came with car mirrors. So we have gone and fitted clear view mirrors. It's been a while, but they, the old strong arm, reliable. So yeah, they do extend out, and we'll make it look more majestic in that video. But it's got a little light in here. It's got little lights around the front of the mirror, which will lead us onto the snorkels. So Madhouse Fabrication actually built us our snorkels, an airbox and everything like that under the bonnet, but we'll go through that in a bit more detail later on. But the snorkel itself is a 5-inch snorkel. Okay, the next thing we've got is a Rhino Rack. This one is featuring the backbone system with the Pioneer platform. We've got our Max Tracks mounted up there and our shovel. We've also got our GME UHF aerial and Selfie booster. Now I do like this part because they put them on, was my idea actually, put them on brackets so they actually fold down, ready? Like this, I'll show you. Let me get up here, can you see? And you fold them down across the vehicle like that, ready? So they're out of the way. Now we have our elephant in the room, I suppose, which is the canopy. Canopy and tray is one thing on this vehicle. So we had a tray and canopy and a rooftop tent and a kitchen, all the gear, no idea, but it was very heavy. So our ute weighed, at the time we had that, was about 5.2 tonne without fuel, without water. Our GVM on this vehicle, with this suspension and everything, it's engineered how it sits. The GVM on it is 5.176 kilograms basically, so just under 5.2 tonne, and we were over that before. Now I haven't actually got it re-weighed since, but I can tell you it's a lot lighter than what it was. So after we got our vehicle weighed and everything like that and realised how heavy it all was and we didn't need half the stuff that we had, we decided to sell our canopy and tray combination, and we went and spoke to these guys, Canaro Industries, which are located in Orange, New South Wales. Showed them our old setup, sat down with them, spoke to them about everything that we wanted, and we basically said we want a lightweight, basic setup, because now we have a caravan, so we don't need everything with us, because at the end of the day it's camping. When you go camping, glamping, or caravanning, house only. So, yeah, but this here part is Milly's little home away from home, isn't it?
Nice and simple.
There's not a whole lot in here. really. They've put their lights up through the whole section of it. And I'll show you the, I like to call this is like the workshop side of the canopy, I suppose.
Is it locked?
Did you lock it? Okay, don't mind that one. So when we actually got it made, we didn't know what we wanted in all of these spaces. So we've been doing a lot of work on the road, and we have not been back to New South Wales, so ended up just going to get a little TC box that slid perfectly in here, bolted that down, so it's got all our tools in it, spare parts. Yeah, I think that's about all it's got in it, to be honest. But our little light, all our lighting is all hardcore lighting, so if the battery, so you can see our amber lights, and on the dog box, what was that?
What was that?
Change it between white and amber, or just white. Nicely tucked away, little switch just there. We'll flick them off.
So I think Canero do that in all their canopies. I think that's a standard that they offer.
Yeah.
That's not custom.
No, that's not custom. We'll show you what is. So we'll come around here. We've got the under tray toolboxes, the big mud guards. These are actually 30-litre water tanks. We've got them on each side of the vehicle. So we'll take a walk around the back. Tail lights, spare tyre mount, everything like that. We've also got up here, which you might not have seen on that side, is a little brackets with the work lights.
Steadies.
Yep, all steady lights.
Those were custom. We asked Canero to put those ones in.
Yep, and we'll show you the other ones. So this is our basic, we wanted a basic 12-volt setup. So all we've got is a red arc BC-DC charger, a couple little outlets, power the fridge. These 3 switches are for our light. So we've got 4 little ones around the canopy. So we've got that one, this one, 2 on the other side. So when you turn your canopy off, if you have your doors shut over night time, so that lights up all your area and no bugs go inside your canopy. Sneaky little one right there. Okay, so the fridge we've got is a Bushman's upright 130-litre fridge. The thing we like about this one is when you open the door, you've got the little interior light. It's a little freezer on this one. We had the Angle 85-litre fridge freezer upright in our old setup, and the freezer seemed like it was double the size of this one, but we're not freezing a lot of stuff, so it doesn't really faze us. We have had a chest style fridge before. What would you rate better? Never
go back to a chest.
The upright is the way to go, isn't it?
That is the way to go.
With the battery itself, it's just a 100 amp lithium high-tech world battery, I believe. And it is solar charged. We've got a solar panel up on the roof. I think it's a 200-watt solar panel. That's what it's nothing fancy, it's just basic for when we go in the bush. Here we've got our little chopping board. One modification I did see, which I have not done yet, if anyone has these dumb little blue things and you got to struggle because you got to pull them both down and reef the drawer, which you'll see on this one, ready? Because you can't pull them down and get your fingers, but some people have actually put a bar across these so you can pull down and do that. So that is on the modification list. But that is just a drawer there.
That's got all our like just cooking
cups,
and
bowls,
cups. Everything
knives,
for where we
forks.
leave the caravan behind. We're fine in the canopy.
Yep. Don't worry about the tool bag. Then here, this is the bedroom. Okay, so this is our swag. So when we go away and we don't have the caravan, we've got our 2 chairs, swag, table, gas cooker. They can do custom to however you want it done, basically. But
very custom.
Ours is just a basic setup. We'll go through all the pricing and all stuff like that. It's probably changed since we've got one off them now, but
yeah, so that's pretty good.
Yeah.
Very happy with that one.
Rightio. The other thing we've got is a Bushwhacker 270-degree awning. Now, there's one bloke that's going to watch this video and laugh because he knows I don't like using the awning at all. And I would say it is too windy today to even use it. Like, look how much the leaves are moving. He'll laugh.
Yeah, Kade's scared of the wind, but the awning is amazing. It withstands a lot of wind.
It does, yeah. We do use it every now and then, but I I just hate getting awnings out and setting up. So,
but this awning is fairly easy to get out. It's literally takes 30 seconds to a minute max.
We'll get it out.
We'll do a quick little time lapse to see how long it takes Kade to undo the Bushwhacker 270 awning. And there you go, hey?
Done.
All right, what have we got going on under here?
Let me get up. Let me get up.
Oh, is this bull bar right?
Yeah.
Both of us on here?
That's fine, mate.
Right.
Should be sweet.
Okay, mate.
Rightio.
What have we got going on under here?
So, under the bonnet now, we spoke about our snorkels. One is not hooked up, unfortunately. One is a Bluetooth.
Wow, wow, wow.
So, but over this side, so we got our snorkel into our custom air box. This is a 9-inch pod filter, and what you can't see with the filter is actually it goes inside of itself through the center as well, so that bit extra airflow. Got the WC fab piping, so that's the intake pipe, and then over this side we've got the boost pipes, and we've got one more boost pipe, but you can't see it because it's stuffed down in the engine bay there. As for anything else aftermarket under the bonnet, we've only got the diff and transmission breathers. Rightio. So the reason behind the intake and the boost pipes and that sort of stuff is because this has been tuned actually. So standard horsepower at the wheels, I'm not sure what they make at the wheels, but I think at engine they're about 450 horsepower. 1200 newton meters of torque at the engine. We got this one tuned with the boost pipes and everything like that. On the hub dyno, it made 630 horsepower and 1700 newton meters. So quite a big improvement over standard. Do you need that much power?
Yes.
Yeah, you don't. You don't really need that much power, but...
It can do more, but we need to upgrade the transmission, is that right?
Yeah. It's very easy to get big horsepower out of these vehicles, but we're not doing that for a while. So, yeah, which we can go talk about the exhaust system. So when they tuned it, we also got a custom exhaust built. Which we'll go take it around the back of the car and give you a look at. So at the back of the vehicle, we've got not one, but two 5-inch exhaust coming out the back of this vehicle, which I reckon sounds mint. And also lives up to our reputation. So yeah. So a 5-inch, basically full custom made exhaust system in stainless, but so it was all stainless. Obviously our car doesn't get cleaned very well, or at all, so it's quite dirty at the moment. While we're down here, we've also got the Gen Y hitch. We did not get the torsion hitch or the airbag hitch. We just got the standard one. I don't know, people rave on about you need to spend $3,000 on a hitch. I bought the whole damn car to tow the caravan. I didn't want to spend a car's worth on a hitch as well, so we've got that one, the Gen Y, and under the okay, under the vehicle we also have our Titan fuel tank. So we upgraded the standard fuel tank, was 130 litre standard fuel tank. We now have 211 litre fuel tank. Yep, so that will wrap us up for the outside of the vehicle, and then we'll give you a look what's inside the vehicle. Okay, so inside the vehicle, about the only modifications we have done is fitted the XRS UHF, which is just sitting there at the moment. I haven't made a bracket just yet, but I actually pulled this whole center console out, ran the wiring for the winch, so a hard wire's in the glove box, which is in that one just there, and the UHF is actually mounted under the bottom of the glove box, center console, sorry, not glove box.
Is it here?
Yep, that's the winch wiring, but the UHF you can't see.
So you can control the winch from inside the vehicle if you plug this in?
Yeah, so if your little remote that goes flat, doesn't work, you can plug in your actual, no, that's not the winch thing. That's in there somewhere. That's it. You can plug that in and just operate it from inside the car. You don't worry about the leads and everything like that in there. The next mod we done was the seat covers. So these seat covers are from Superfit, which I believe are in Western
WA,
Australia.
Yeah. So they custom make.
Custom made the seat covers. We got embroidered our Escape the Everyday logo.
Yeah.
Now these seat covers have been on the vehicle for the life of the vehicle basically since we've got it. We also got a little center console one. The back seats all done.
There's not much else really to do in these vehicles because they have everything.
Yeah, they pretty much got everything standard. They got the big speakers,
Yeah.
power windows, cup holders to your 79 owners out there. Yeah, I think that's about it. We've still got the standard stereo. Everything's pretty standard.
The floor mats we got from America, Husky.
Yep, Husky. And we also got a dash mat.
From America.
From America, yep.
Yeah. While we're in this video, how about we disperse some myths about these American vehicles with parts? Because people will watch this thinking that, like, you know, it's a good car, but how do you look after it?
Yeah, so parts are very easy to get for these vehicles and quite a lot cheaper than people realise. So we'll give you an example. Our little idler arm for your steering, our one was worn out at, you know, about 90,000 Ks, it wore out. Now that part in America, I bought it out of America genuine, was $130. Australia, they wanted $600. So.
And it took how many days to get here?
4 days from America.
4 days.
That's not express postage, that's standard freight, that's from America to our address that we had listed. We've ordered, so we get all our spare parts while we're traveling. We've got, we keep with us like a starter motor, fan, belts, idlers, belt tensioners,
nuts,
coolant, pipes, wheel studs and nuts. Well, someone owes me some wheel nuts, but anyway.
A Land Cruiser owner.
Yeah, funny enough, a Land Cruiser that snapped his wheel studs. So, yeah, we ordered all that stuff out of America, and it is like 1/5 of the price of Australia.
Yep.
So Australia put a massive markup on it, and Australia always say, we can't get that for months. Some stuff, yep, fair enough, they can't get. Like, this is a converted vehicle. The steering wheel used to be on that side, so some of the interior stuff is hard to get, but the stuff that is driveline, engine, transmission, anything under the car basically that is still an American, it's very easy to get parts for. There's more of these built over there than Land Cruisers are built here, so there's millions of spare parts for them. But it's just a matter of waiting a couple days.
Yeah.
So.
Which I think we had a diff housing in our Land Cruiser.
Yeah, our Land Cruiser, when we failed a wheel bearing, I went to Toyota and asked them how long of a wait for it. No, actually, I didn't ask them how long of a wait. I said, I need a diff housing for a 79 series, and old mate said, 6 weeks wait, it's got to come from Japan. I said, you're kidding me, mate, there's a million Land Cruisers on the road. And he said, yeah, but we just don't keep them sort of parts. And I was like, you serious, mate?
So it's not as bad as you think to get parts for these vehicles. They're actually very easy to maintain and very easy to get parts for.
Yeah. Okie dokie. So that is just about wrapping us up for this video. So I've done some rough calculations. Keep in mind in these calculations, we fitted the suspension, you know, the tyres, all that sort of stuff. I fitted the bull bar myself. A lot of the stuff we done ourselves. So the purchase price of the vehicle, we said we got second hand, it was $130,000. After we added on our suspension, rims, tires, canopy, fuel tank, we got all the badges blacked out, the roof rack, snorkels, aerials, winch, driving lights, everything. Winch.
Everything you see.
The tuning.
That is not white.
Yeah, pretty much. The total came to a nice little sum of $227,000 basically.
So we spent about 90 to 100,000 on the vehicle.
We pretty much spent $100,000 on it after we bought the vehicle to get it to this point. Not everyone's going to build a vehicle like this.
Yeah.
Some people build them even crazier. They do all sorts of stuff, but that's basically what it cost us. Pretty much round figure, $230,000. There's probably other stuff that I've missed in the calculation, so yeah.
And we love it.
Yeah, we do. It takes us everywhere. We don't have a house, so we've just got a car, and you know what they say, you can live in a car, you can't drive a house.
Anyway, so that is the rig rundown. We hope you enjoyed. Rundown.
There's probably more stuff that I have missed in this video. Definitely missed washing it.
Yeah, sorry.
Oh, and I didn't even calculate the number plates or any of that stuff.
Oh, well, whatever.
Anyways.
230,000 is a round
Is a round figure. But yeah, thank you guys very much for watching. I got washing on my mind. Watching our video. Please like and subscribe. It does really help us out.
And we have another little project in the midst.
We do have another little project, a much cheaper project, thankfully.
It won't cost $200,000.
Yes. If there's anything else that you'd like to know or that I may have missed, or maybe a little bit more detail, flick us a message. We can give you some more detail on it. But yeah, thank you guys.